to be resilient in a community, if we're talking about your average everyday community, it's really being able to manage all the vagaries that life will throw at you, and so that you can continue to function at the level that you want to function at. At the end of the day, it still has to do with functionality, right? It is one's ability to function at whatever level they've decided is important. And that means function within their family, function within the community, of course, function at work. And so if you're talking about resilience in the community itself, it is the context is this person, no matter what comes their way, is still able to function at the level that they think is appropriate for that community. If we're talking about in the military, that community can change time to time, right? I mean, there's the community of your family, there's a community of being in garrison, there's a community of being in the theater of war. And so resilience there takes on a slightly different meaning. And so it's the context. I think one of the most important things that military members need to combat stress is the training. A prepared mind is really, I think, one of the most important things. So there's an old saying in the military: train like you fight, fight like you train. And there's a lot to be said for that. And I think that's true for actually anything we do, including being in the community. If you're prepared for the unexpected, you're prepared for the worst, you're prepared for the different, what's different. It allows you to be more resilient, I think, because you're prepared. So that's training is number one for them. The second thing is also it is the community of which they're in. So their unit becomes very, very important. The colleagues that they have when they go into battle or go out on patrol or whatever is very, very important, because they are all going to share the same thing together. And then by being together, they're able to discuss the consequences. They're able to support each other on it goes. That's why you see that service members are very devoted to each other. The thing about when you're at home in a community, you go home and you're not living and breathing with your colleagues at work, for example. Where there you are, and so it becomes your family really becomes your how should I say it? Becomes your beacon. It becomes that focal point of which you can always reflect back onto. Resilience really is, as I said, is individual, correct? It is the ability to function at a level that is appropriate to whatever the need may be. The thing about resilience is that people always think that in a material sense, right? You think that, oh my gosh, this piece of plastic is very resilient. I'm able to bend it. It springs back to what it was. All right, that's not true for people, right? I mean, because whatever experience you had is going to change you. A good experience or a bad experience is going to change you. But does it change you in a way that you're still able to function, or does it change the way you're unable to function? So resilience to me is the ability to adapt to whatever comes your way and then be able to function, continue to do your job or do whatever it is that you're doing at a level which you want to do it at. That's really important. It's what you think is appropriate. It comes back to the preparation thing. That means spiritually prepared. That means physically prepared. Morally prepared, right? Morally prepared is a big deal. Make sure that they share the same values that the rest of that they've had. That is not tempered by being in that very harsh environment, that they remember who they are, where they came from, and what they represent. That's really, really important. So they can go and do the job in a way that will both honor themselves and honor the folks back home. I would say that's probably the biggest gap area in research right now with technology, is how do you put in the things in it that we all value, the morality, the ethics, the belief system. How do you put that into technology and have technology help you make those things better and to share those experiences? I mean, we're really nowhere with that other than the things I just kind of described to you, which are really very rudimentary. I mean, the true value system that we have that's really important to all of us, what's right and wrong, having a certain amount of tolerance, this sort of thing. How do you build that into technology so that you can convey it to other groups other than kind of like a running documentary? And you don't want that. You want something that's immersive, something that for people to be able to experience, to truly get the experience so that they can learn from it. The more prepared you are, the more resilient you will be. And it's true for any environment at all. So the whole point about this is how can we prepare each other for the things that are going to come up, that are going to challenge our ability to be resistant to it, and be able to bounce back and be at that level of function that has been beneficially changed by that experience, because we're going to change each time.